tops get settled here, and then we're going to ask Coach for some opening remarks about tonight's match. And then we will take players for Callie and Abby, and then we'll come back to Coach if that's okay. So whenever you're ready.
What a tremendous match by Marquette. We had no answer for them offensively tonight. None. They played very clean, played at a high level. We didn't put a ton of pressure on them from the service line. So just really, really frustrating from a defensive standpoint. When you hit 320 in the NCAA tournament, you're supposed to win. And, and we certainly didn't get that accomplished tonight. So very disappointing end for our team, but a ton of credit to a really, really fine Marquette team. They have a lot of youth in their roster like we do, and really grew throughout the year, and without question the best team advanced tonight.
Thanks, Coach. Questions for the student athletes, and Coach, if you mind sharing your microphone.
For the players, obviously it was pretty obvious early on that this was going to be an offensive match. I think both teams hit over 400 in that first set. How much did that familiarity play a role in the scout for Marquette and what you guys saw here today with playing them earlier in the season?
You got it.
I think we knew both schools were powerhouses and offensively, and so we knew that we had to defend, and we definitely came up short in that area in all three phases. And so, like Travis said, at the end of the day, the best team won, and you can't really ask for more when our attackers hit 320 in the match overall. So.
For both of you all, you are seniors. As you kind of reflect on your time here, what does it mean to be coached by Coach Hudson and wear Western across your chest?
It's just been an absolute joy to be a part of this program, and spending the last 5 years at Western and being able to be under Travis has just meant the world, and I'm so grateful that I ended up here in Kentucky. And this program's really special to me, and it will be special to me forever, and I will hold every memory and lesson that I've learned here for a long time. And I'm just really grateful, and just really grateful.
Everything she said, but I just think God placed me here for a reason and to be under him, and I'll forever be thankful for that. And he's taught us things more than volleyball. It's always life lessons and everything, and so there's a lot that we'll take on after this, and it's a lot more than volleyball. So yeah, I'm just really grateful to be under him and part of this program. It's truly really special.
Callie, I look for you, obviously 5 years here, ran the offense for almost the entire time, and you just talked about what it's like to give it off to the younger players like Kate, we've seen step up in matches throughout the season.
Playing this season with Kate has been also an absolute joy, and I know that going forward she is going to be amazing here and do amazing things in this program. She is just such a talented human, and I don't think I've ever met someone that's more hardworking than her. And so Western fans should have the most confidence in the hands of Kate. She's just do amazing things going forward.
More questions for the student athletes while we have them? You can stay too. You don't have to go. We'll get back to Travis. If there's some questions, we can go ahead and do that too.
Coach, you talked about how big this matchup was going to be. Just what did you see early on? Especially, I kind of asked the players about this. Just you knew early on offensively they were going to be a tough matchup with how skilled they are. Just what did you see early on?
Just a really, really frustrating night. Usually when the season ends, there's more sadness. For me this year, it's just frustration. It really is. We offensively we were right where we needed to be in the match, but you don't win at this level unless you can defend. And I look at the box score, and second set had 12 tie scores, Third set had 8 tie score. Like it was back and forth, but you separate through being able to defend. And, you and I've talked a lot, and I've said that, we haven't been a great serving team all year, and it ultimately, serving sets the tone for everything you do defensively. And for whatever reason, I just have not been able to get across to our kids the importance of, of that phase of it. And, we've been very average at it all year. And, tonight it's just frustrating. It's frustrating because our kids played hard. It's frustrating because our kids played well. Like you just hope that with a young group that you can go out and catch a little bit of a rhythm. And we were in an unbelievable rhythm in the first set. We hit we hit 469 for the entire first set, and we lose. And so, you worry about, Callie and the hitters being able to kind of connect and find rhythm, and all of those things happened. But, we just did not get it done. It's as simple as that on the defensive side. It's as simple as that. And we all certainly wear that on our shoulders in every phase of it. It's obviously my job to get that point across, and it's my job to make sure that we do the things necessary to get some stops. We had a week to prepare for them. We had a good week of preparation for them, but they were just better offensively than we were on the defensive side today.
Coach, you kind of mentioned this, but even getting momentum, it seemed like you guys really weren't able to do that. You got them off the service line, and then it'd be a point or two, and then they were right back at it, and you guys had trouble with the serve. You talked a lot about the defense. Is that still something that, like, the players just have to brush off kind of? And
yeah, well, when in a game that's that evenly played offensively, you're just honestly, the way those games kind of go is you're just looking for 1, 3, or 4 point spurt, because the game's going to fall right back into a point-for-point offensive battle again. And so you just need one kid that can go back there and be disruptive and get you on a 3 or 4 point spurt. And our longest scoring run tonight, I don't know what it is, but it can't be more than 3, I wouldn't think. And sometimes it was the inability to put an effective serve in place. Sometimes we would, and then they'd hit a ball at us and we wouldn't dig it. Sometimes it would be a ball hit right at our block that we just couldn't string together touches on the defensive side. And just an extremely, extremely frustrating night for us in terms of getting Marquette stopped. And, the more I look at this box score, the more I get frustrated. I mean, we had 10 hitting errors in the match. That is an extraordinarily low number offensively. And so we played really, really clean on that side. It's not difficult. You have got to go back and string together 2, 3 point. In a game like this, 1, 3, 4 point run is the difference, and that's kind of what happened on the other side, right? They would have one of those little stretches where we'd have a breakdown in serve receive, and then hit a ball out of bounds, and now it's their 3. But they put balls in play from the service line in a manner that kept pressure on us, and we didn't get that done, and that's frustrating.
When you look to these seniors on your side, what does this class mean? What does it mean to the program, to the fans? I mean, I know it fell short tonight, but have tremendous success in their careers.
I have a weird, it's on my heart different tonight. Like, I have a weird emotion in me when it comes to these two in Callahan-Wiegand, because, most of the time you're gutted for your seniors. And I'm not for these 3. These 3 have had unbelievable careers at Western Kentucky. They've never not known finishing a season in the NCAA tournament. Okay, that's a pretty remarkable thing, when you're playing in a mid-major conference, and they've never not known ending their season in the NCAA tournament. And look, selfishly for me, I would coach these kids for 20 more years, but part of me also understands that their time is done, and I mean that with pride in my heart, because they come in as 17-year-old kids, and they're just kids. They don't even know who they are as a human being, much less a volleyball player. And these 3 are just solid, accomplished young women that have used this game to become what they have the ability to become moving forward in their lives. And it's almost like, I almost feel like mission accomplished for these kids. We talk all the time in our program about having a grateful heart. And I know that when the sting of this wears off for them tonight, they will be nothing but grateful for the careers that they've experienced at Western Kentucky. How could they not be? Okay, but, tonight's not the night for that. Okay, but at the end of the day, it's their time to move to the next phase of their lives, and they're all three so incredibly ready, and they're all three everything that little blue logo is supposed to still mean. They're kids that use this sport to grow into strong, confident young women. They're kids that stayed and spent 4 years in a program through the highs and lows and the growth and everything else, and they're going to walk away with their degrees. And there's still a portion of us out there that little blue patch means a lot to, and it stands for kids like these two kids. And so I'm so crushed for them tonight, but I'm more proud of who they are, and look forward to seeing what they do next.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you guys.